we can get rolling. As you all know, the motherfuckers are back. Just me and O right now, but we transitioning and we gonna keep pushing content for you, man. How you feeling?
Oh, feeling good, man. Feeling good. Feel good to be back, man. Like we never left, man.
No, 100%, man. I know a lot of y'all been waiting on this, so we're very happy and excited to get this content out to you guys, because it's not maybe every month or so. Every other couple months, I run into somebody and they're like, man, I missed the motherfuckers, man. And we missed y'all too. So we happy to be back, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just us two right now, we're going to rock out as hard as we can, man. So just kind of kickstarting stuff off. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself, man. Lando is famous for his fantasy football rants, successes, sometimes failures.
Yeah, sometimes.
But it's all a part of the game, man. So, like I said, well, let's just kind of kickstarting this stuff off. We're going to go back to what we know, man. Like I said, O is a legend when it comes to fantasy football. So give us some feedback, some tips. Kind of put y'all hip to what y'all need to be knowing about this stuff.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm in like 5 leagues.
It's a lot of pressure, man.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of responsibility on your shoulders.
One of the leagues is very competitive, man. Like if you come in last place, you might have to catch a Greyhound bus somewhere, man. Somewhere far.
Greyhounds be funky.
Yeah, it be funky, man. That shit worse than like the D-Dot.
That's a tough punishment.
I wouldn't, so you got to do that. And I'm also in a pick'em league.
Okay.
Where you gotta pick all the games, right? And that league is very tough. Like if you lose like 2 or 3 weeks, man, it's pretty much over with.
So what's your ante right now? What you got at stake? How much money you got in the game? What's your skin right now?
It's a lot. Like my work league is pretty like chill, like low. So that one I really don't care about as much. We just talk shit now.
Not much kickback on that. I feel.
But the one I got coming up Thursday, this one tight. This one is no fucking around in there. Like everybody's serious.
Okay.
It's really like nobody's like for no games, man.
Is this the house league?
This is not the house league.
Okay.
Look, house league.
That's
house league is very competitive league. And I think like the last post that we had on the motherfuckers page, I won that house league that year. I'm sad to say that's the last time I won that house. That house league just be jumping up and down. It might be good luck.
You know what I'm saying? The return coming back, it might be able to push you.
Yeah, it might maybe focus a little bit more. But that house league is very competitive. It's a very wacky scoring league because Haas loves defense.
That makes sense.
So a sack is worth like 5 points. Interception is worth like 5 points. A block, if you block a field goal, block a punt, that's 10 points.
To be fair, I'm not going to say that I support the rest of those metrics, but as limited as block punts and field goals are, I would see why somebody would have it in such a capacity. That makes sense. Yeah. Interceptions and sacks, that's a little wishy-washy, you know what I'm saying, because it get a little tricky, you know what I'm saying, and that's not really on you.
No. Sometimes
you might be going up against a banged-up offensive line and the defense just get lucky, and it's like, that's kind of foul right there. They don't got these type of performers. And you're not picking individuals, so, but, that's tricky.
Yeah, bro, it's been times where, like, a defense in his league scores, like, 70
points.
That's wild. So it's like, dude, that shit's, like, that shit crazy. Crazy. So you almost, like, so for, like, strategy, right? For, like, house league, I pick my defense in the 4th round, which I would never do in a regular league because, defense, you always, like, kind of wait till, like, towards the end, probably, like, the 12th, 13th round or some shit to pick up defense. In house league, I'm picking it in the 4th. Sometimes, it's been some years I went, like, when San Fran was going through that run and shit like that, and Baltimore, I would pick them in the 3rd round in house league just because they carry the most of the points.
So kind of piggybacking off that, is there one of your leagues that's already drafted?
Yeah, so I do have a league that is already drafted.
And who was your first selection?
My first selection was Derrick Henry. And I just, you can't
go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with King Henry. You can't. He had an amazing year last year.
Kind of aligning with that, what was your placement in the draft?
So I was 5th, right?
Okay.
And so at that point, I could have went receiver, but I really don't like taking receivers in the 1st round. To be honest with you, I have not took a receiver in the 1st round since Calvin Johnson.
I get that, but also to that point, giving them some information and knowledge, just so we'll make all of this full circle before the end of this transition. But who were the other options selected before Derrick Henry, just to give people an idea of who is kind of stacking out to be like the premier players for fantasy this year?
Chase is going number 1 in a lot of people's leagues. So a lot of people going Chase, which is understandable. Like say, like the Bengals, number 1 option. You got Joe Burrow. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot.
Very heavy gunslinging.
And then the thing is, like, the Bengals defense is so trash.
Yeah, playing from behind.
Playing from behind, so every game is going to be a shootout. So he's been going number one. Saquon Barkley, after the year he had.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard
to not. I mean, their team is so low. Not to, Cam Newton shit, but their team is just very loaded. They have a great offensive line. And they also got a great defense. So they get the ball back and so many more opportunities. Yeah. So Saquon Barkley went ahead. Gibbs went early in that league.
And I'm seeing that frequently as like a name in the rankings that we've seen around. Right. Is that something you in support of?
I'm in support of it because I feel like he had a great year last year, right? And he was splitting carries. Mm-hmm. I do see him getting more of the workload this year. Yeah. Maybe even like the starting back in some of the games. I know they're going to have him and Montgomery on the field together. But I think even them short yardage touchdowns, he's probably going to get a lot of that this year. So more opportunities.
I think the dynamics that we've seen kind of changed a little bit, obviously and this is another important piece that we haven't spoken about. You got to do your research. You got to pay attention to the fact that teams are changing coordinators. Yeah. They're drafting different pieces. They'll get different weapons. So the production that you saw a player might get last year, they might not have the availability for that this year. And it might be things that aid them or go against them. And the reason why I asked Lando that was because a person like Jahmyr Gibbs is coming from having a certain coordinator last year, but also we see the adjustment of weapons around them, which, we're not going to jump too far ahead. The Lions did draft a wide receiver in the third round. We're expecting Jamison Williams to take a jump next year. Sam Laporta is still there. As you already mentioned, David Montgomery, he's sharing touches. But like I said, full circle, when you do your research, there's also been reports about him and David Montgomery being in the backfield together. Yeah. And him being used more so as a weapon in the passing game, which will only fuel the points that he can potentially receive in your fantasy football league. So,
and they've been able to split out wide.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Definitely a lot more to that. But I just wanted to ask Lando that so we can get more insight, just so you guys could kind of see who was kind of filling out those first 4 to 5. And like you said, you haven't taken a wide receiver in a long time. It can be risky for it to be your first pick if they are not like lucrative to say in like the idea of scoring touchdowns. Because you have receivers sometimes who don't see the end zone for whatever reason. And that kind of screws you on the back end where like they might have decent yards, but it don't fill your stats up like you would want. You know what I'm saying? Because that guarantee from the touchdown is like, all right, I got something on top of this. Yeah. And it kind of compiles together. Just kind of piggybacking off that. So what was your second pick in this league?
It was Bryce Hall.
Okay, so you doubled up on running backs.
I doubled up on running backs. Okay. That's just, and I know a lot of people like to switch up with that. Going into that pick, we look at the Jets.
Trash,
right? I like Justin Fields, but that's going to be a running team, right?
Yeah.
I like Tyrod Taylor, but that's going to be a running team.
For sure.
Aaron Glenn, who's, like I said, was the Lions D coordinator. He's a tough, hard-nosed coach. He's going to be physical, so they're going to run the ball. So he's going to get a lot of touches and a lot of opportunities. And like I said, they're in a tough division.
For sure.
They're in a real tough division, and their advantage is going to be ball control. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's why I went with the Breece Hall. And,
so are you there? So in your mind, there is no worry of that backfire.
I mean, him getting hurt. That's about it. I mean, definitely like the workload. He's going to get a lot of touches.
I would say for me, I'm not as familiar with the Jets' offensive line and the potential of him not scoring touchdowns. Like, my fear would be them stalling out on offense and not getting to the plays. Like, I don't want to be banking on a running back to have to score 35-yard touchdowns.
Right, no.
So if you're comfortable with it, that's more so where I'm going.
And that's the thing. Like, even with Justin Fields, right, he's going to be getting a lot of carries.
For sure, 100%.
So that's going to be a hard offense to defend.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So, I mean, and like...
And they're not devoid of weapons. They do have weapons, for sure.
They do have weapons on the offense. So I do think, like you said, just that running game alone, I mean, that just weighs on the team.
Yeah,
you get to the third quarter, you get to
it's not a bad defense necessarily.
No, the defense is good. Yeah, they had a bunch of injuries last year, and the coach kind of, went on deep end. They had Aaron Rodgers and silly shit that happened, but no, I think Hall will go have a big year this year.
Okay, so not to spend too much time on this one situation, what were your next transitions if you kind of just rattle them off? So obviously you got to pick a receiver.
Yeah, so after that, I just pulled up my team. So I went with Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
And that's the thing, right? Tyreek Hill, I think, in my opinion, is a top 5 receiver.
I mean, I can't argue that.
I think when, like I said, definitely when Tua is out there, when he's healthy, when he gets the ball in his hands, he's still electric 100%. And fast. And, I mean, people are going to kill me. Chase is still that guy. But I still don't see that big of a drop-off from Chase to Hill. When everything, situation's healthy. Because, like, what, a year, not last year, but the year before last, Tyreek Hill was down there in the MVP
I don't think
conversation.
that people would disagree with that. I think that it's kind of normal. I think the common conversation is Ben Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, but I also feel like that's tied to how they came into the NFL.
Right.
I don't think people negate what Tyreek Hill is. They just understand he's in a bogus situation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? And lately it wasn't that great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got superseded and passed by some of the young guns, but I don't think that that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? To be in that situation where you're getting somebody who could maximize his talents and completeness. But, you know, moving forward, who else did you pick after that?
So I got DK Metcalf after that.
Making on Aaron Rodgers.
Making on Aaron Rodgers. It's one of them deals where somebody got to catch the ball out there. And that's the thing. Like, Pittsburgh for a long, like, last year was tough. Because I had George Pickens on my team. And I had another league with, like, Russ. And that shit just, it just couldn't, they couldn't get it going. And then, like, at the beginning of the year, they had Justin Fields out there. I feel like DK Metcalf, freak athlete.
Yeah, I'm in support of that. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is not calling his all fucking plays. Yeah. Hopefully not this year. So I think DK is gonna have a big year this year.
Okay.
Tough division though, but it's gonna have a big year. I'm trying to rattle off the rest of my team. I did pick J-Mo.
Okay.
In this league. And kind of like what you said, I think J-Mo's gonna have a big year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think you're gonna see a lot more reverses with him. If you look at camp, like you say, you gotta do your research. His route running has been amazing.
Yeah, superior.
Sure. I don't. They showed those clips where he was going against the Dolphins and shit. And he was cooking them.
100%.
Like frying them. You know, I'm still mad about the shit last year with him trying to like throw the ball and shit. But I blame more Ben Johnson on that type of shit than anything. But when he get the ball in his hands, it's explosive.
For sure.
It's magic. So I'm banking on that. I know you talked about Tesla, which I do think that is like a late round steal.
Okay.
I want to say like an 8th, 9th round steal. If you just want to take a chance on the guy, because I do think it's so many weapons, so much to defend. I think he's gonna at least get like 5-6 touchdowns this year.
100%. And in my head, how I'm thinking about Tesla, and this is not to say anything towards his talent in any way, shape, or form, but you being an avid Lions fan, I know you remember this. Joe Fourier, the tight end. Like, that's how I'm imagining this right now. I'm picturing Tesla getting like 5 to 6 random touchdowns just because he a big weapon. But not only that, is he very skilled, route running wise. He's very athletic and he has amazing hands. Like, he doesn't catch with his body. So it's going to lead to him being in very good positions if he does get the ball to make something happen.
Yeah, like you said, he can spread the field.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, so that's a good pick. So the rest of my, like, quarterback wise, I went with Justin Herbert and I got Jared Goff.
When are you telling people, if you were to be a coach in fantasy right now, when are you telling people to start looking at their quarterback?
I always go quarterback late.
Okay.
I always go like 9th, 10th round. It's just, I've been bit so many times. Like, it was one year I picked Pat Mahomes early. Mm-hmm. He got banged up a lot that year. Yeah. You know, Lamar Jackson, he went in my league, this league, he went like 2nd round. Mm-hmm. So at that point, he was gone. I mean, Kyler Murray went early in this league just because, like I said, running. I mean, Joe Burrow went early in the league. So all the elite quarterbacks were gone. And like a quarterback like Goff or a quarterback like Herbert, they're going to get you that same production when it comes from yards. And a lot of times quarterbacks don't win you your league.
They can lose you a league for sure.
They can lose you a league, but they don't really win you a league because most of their numbers are pretty similar. So I just went with the steady hand, man. I like to go with a steady hand at quarterback. I almost took Dak. And that's the reason why I didn't take like CD Lamb because I'm just like, Dak at this point I think is fragile. I can't trust him to stay healthy.
And I think the writing is just on the wall.
Something
is funky.
Something funky down there. So I stayed away from Cowboys.
I feel that for sure.
This year, stayed away from him. a lot of people were real big on the Patriots, man. So there was somebody who took Drake May in the 5th round.
Yeah, people, I don't know. I've been seeing that a lot. People been banking on that. So if you could, we don't want to give away all your gems.
Yeah.
But you've kind of given out your vantage point for this. Are you in favor of double RBs to start off the league, or does it depend on who you got at your selection?
I always go by matchups of who they playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I see a team that gave up 150 yards rushing that week, and I see that my running back's going against them, that's going to be a problem that you can't fix. Like, if a team cannot stop the run, you cannot fix that overnight. You cannot fix that within 2 or 3 weeks. So you feed that, right? You feed that. If you got the hot receiver with the hot quarterback, that connection, you go that route.
Okay.
You go that route. But I like to go 2 running backs.
Okay, so you're funneling, if we filling out the back half of your roster, you thinking about flex, you thinking about depth. What is the position that you're looking at? Is it secondary tight end? Is it as many running backs as possible?
It's really, I like to do, like in this league here, I like to do 3 running backs.
Okay.
So, like in this lineup right now, I got, like I said, Hall, I got Henry, and I got Montgomery. Right there in my flex.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, like I said, you can't, because he had like 12 rushing touchdowns last year before he got hurt. Yeah. So you want to get like the touchdown score, you want to get the rushing, and the running backs catch out the backfield. Yeah. Definitely you in the PPR league, you kind of get all 3 with the running back. Tight ends is kind of tough. Unless it's like the national tight end day. Okay. They all just get off. But tight end is tough, man, because then you get buried in the offense, man. Like, to me, I felt like last year was a down year for tight ends.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No matter if it was
gambling,
Kelsey.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Kelsey, I ain't do too much fantasy, but gambling.
Yeah, no, gambling.
Not good.
Kelsey let down Laporta.
Yeah.
Let a lot of people down. Like, tight end is, you got to have that connection with the quarterback.
No, for
and
sure.
that rhythm, because you can lose a lot of fantasy leagues stacking up with tight ends.
For sure. And I think a lot of teams went away from, like, play action, which I think a lot of tight ends benefit from.
Yeah.
So we didn't see it as like prolific of the play action as I feel like we have in like years of the past. So we've kind of covered a lot of the fantasy stuff. One more question for you in that situation, and this is just like a personal question. Micromanaging all these different leagues, are you a person that's opposed to picking the same people? Like, are you trying to build different teams on purpose? Like, even if you had an option to pick some of the same players, you're trying to stay away from certain guys just to not stack up in that situation and area?
To be honest, I kind of just stick to the draft board. And sometimes it kind of comes to you. I think if you start chasing players, that's a mistake that you can make.
Okay.
Because if one player go down, now you got 4 of your leagues looking bad. Now you're on the waiver wire, like, searching. Yeah. So I do like it to be diverse. Because like I said, definitely with different, depending on where you slot it at, every pick got its own story. Right?
For sure. Yeah.
Every pick from 1, if you're in a 1 to 10 league, or if you're in a 1 to like 14, like every pick got a story, and there's a way that they can go up. There's a way that they can go down. And it comes to sticking to your board. Do not reach for your favorite player. Don't reach.
I respect that.
Let the player come to you.
Yeah, I respect that.
Don't force a player to be good, man. I had some people that used to, like Haas. He would force. Like, he loved, like, Wes Welker and shit like that back in the day. Like, he would try to, like, force. I'm like, dog, take him out.
No, I will say, that's one of the reasons why I don't do fantasy like that. Is I can't remove my bias and my loyalness, and I find myself picking people. Because I had a hard time adjusting to gambling that way. Where I would mess with people I didn't like, I wouldn't put them on my slips, and it's like, they having a good game.
Yeah,
like, they balling, and I can't support that.
No, I got a guy who won't draft anybody from Ohio State. I'm like, no, you got your fucking mind. Like, you got so many good fucking receivers. Like, listen, you got to put the differences aside.
Yeah, you got too many limitations.
Yeah, too many limitations at that point. Like, man, fuck all that. Give me that.
No, that's definitely tricky, man. So, I feel like we covered a lot of ground with the fantasy, man. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you a lot of tidbits, you know. We don't want to spill too many Orlando jewels, you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely check back in periodically during the season because our waiver wire, that'll be something that we want to get out to people for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because we know everybody not going to be as tapped in as we are and not going to have the information as fast maybe because you don't get these updates. You're not getting them sent to your phone for whatever reason. We want to kind of keep you guys in the know about major injuries and then replacements / substitutions that you guys can make throughout the season, so we keep you as much ahead of the next guy in your league because they're not watching us. You know what I'm saying? You tapped in with the motherfuckers, so you're going to get the best insight. So we can kind of give a pre-look into what we think the NFL season is going to look like and just give you guys some very lighthearted predictions, I'll say. Because you can't really say too much. Like, we've only seen so little football. Like, we haven't really seen starters. If you're not looking at a team that's kind of shitty at this point, most of their best players haven't really played no preseason football yet. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I do think like watching Hard Knocks, you can see it's like some depth. It's a depth issue in the NFL
for sure.
Like, it's like a big drop from like the starter to like the second and to the third.
100%
throughout like just the rosters.
100%. So kind of just going off of that, man, we'll rattle off the divisions and see where you kind of feel about things. So we start off with the AFC East.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, I feel like there is a predominant thought right now.
So look, the thought is the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. I don't. But I watched that preseason game versus the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was backups, but they had DeMar Hamlin and shit out there. They had good dudes out there. They look really bad.
Yeah,
They look very vulnerable. So I'm still not sure. I think that division, I know a lot of people want to give it to the Bills. I think that's going to be a tough fight. I think that the Patriots, as much as I hate the Patriots and my boy, they do look like they spent a lot of money this offseason.
100%, yeah.
They hired a Patriot man as the coach, and Mike Vrabel. So they look like they could be a dangerous team. Miami still has a lot of talent. If Tua can stay healthy, that could be something. Like, we never know what can happen with the Jets. I don't think the Jets are going to...
Yeah, I don't think highly of them.
Don't think highly of them, but they got a new coach. Like, things might turn around. So it's the Bills' division to lose.
For sure. And I think that division can get, murky is the best way I would put it. I think it can get real muddied and nasty for everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that previously in the past where injury will make something happen. And with that division specifically, I feel like they are one division where I don't even call them rivalries, but those games matter to them. It's almost like college football or like college basketball, like Michigan State and Michigan, for example. Like, the opportunity to ruin the other person's season, I feel like that mattered to the Dolphins and the Bills and we've seen that historically to where they kind of get up for those games. Sometimes they get their ass beat though. Some of those teams just don't have no talent some of these years.
Yeah, so I'll go to Bills in that just to be able to say something, but I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't.
So we'll move forward to the AFC North where there has been
that's just
so much crazy shit going on.
That might be the toughest division.
I can't say that I disagree. I never walk away feeling satisfied with whatever the Ravens have done. It never feels like enough to me, which is so unfortunate because you got one of the greatest players in the league. I always feel like they just shortchanging themselves for whatever reason. They kind of just stay in a comfortable bubble, which is cool, but it's bro, you got a chance to win the Super Bowl. Why do y'all do this?
Mark Andrews dropped the hell out of that pass.
He did, but that goes back to what you said. Tight ends was ass last year.
Tight ends was ass last year. And I had on a few. Yeah, man, Mark Andrews, he had a bad year last year, but look, the Ravens in the regular season.
Yeah, phenomenal.
They're going to phenomenal. They're going to always perform. They got probably
don't lose more than 4 or 5 games. You know, that's at a maximum.
At the maximum, Zay Flowers were hurt that last game, so
sure,
they bringing him back. I mean, I think they're the favorites, but you never count Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh have been in the playoffs damn near every year that Tomlin's been there.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a prediction.
Okay.
I think this the year that shit go away. I think they have a losing season.
Why do you think they have a losing season?
I don't understand what they're doing. What position is Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey gonna play? And I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers no more. I think he done. And who is the backup?
I don't know who the backup.
Yeah, I'm not rocking. This time I gotta jump off. I gotta jump off the bandwagon on that one. Y'all traded Minka Fitzpatrick for another cornerback after you signed a cornerback. What is that?
So they got 2 veteran quarterbacks.
But you got Joey Porter Jr. What is he?
You do, but you always need extra corners.
I guess you always need
keep them fresh, but keep them fresh.
I don't see how that made that big of a difference. Because who are your safeties now?
I think that division, and definitely with Mike Tomlin, he knows how to motivate.
I think it can get. That's another division where I think that shit matters. Like they don't like each other. Those teams don't like each other.
I still see them squeezing out like 9 wins. That's
cool.
just what they do.
I'm just going on record thinking that this might be the time that it don't happen because we've seen this shit basically our whole lifetime. Like as long as he been there, it ain't never went under 500. So this might be the year, and I'm placing that primarily on Aaron Rodgers being there and him having bad mojo, but. Who knows? He might just ball out. Might have one more.
But you know what? I will say this: we haven't heard nothing crazy from Aaron Rodgers this offseason.
No, he said that nigga staying up playing video games with niggas.
Okay, so he trying to be cool and shit like that. Like I always had he on the Pat McAfee show and shit like that, and like I always had a problem with Aaron Rodgers like doing that shit. Like he was like weird, seeing him just pop up. He only talked to this dude and shit like that. Some Jordan Amara Rashad type shit.
No, for sure.
Like I didn't like it, but you know what? If he started to open up to teammates and shit like that,
nigga staying up having fun. So.
Okay, well that might be a good sign.
And then obviously Cincy, you know what I'm saying. We just talked about Jamar Chase being top pick in fantasy. Joe Burrow is rocking. You know what I'm saying. I hope them the best. Like I really fuck with that tandem. I don't know. They spent money on their offensive line. We hope that it works and they can hold my boy up.
So my thing is they spent no money like on defense. Like they don't want to sign that trade.
I don't know.
They have the cheapest owner.
They just trying to. I mean, it's fucking Cincinnati.
He has
ain't no money out there,
bro. He is the cheapest owner in the world. He didn't even want to pay for like the retired players, like hotel rooms and shit to come back.
He ain't got it.
The stadium is falling apart. Like that's
I ain't
all
got
they
it.
got.
That's all he can say. My bad.
I don't know what's going on there, but like I said, as long as they got Joe Burrow, they in every single game.
Yeah.
They in every single game.
So, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of like dance around this for a second. We don't know what the fuck is going on in Cleveland. Prayers for Shedeur Sanders. We hope that he get a good situation. You know what I'm saying? It's bogus what they doing to him. Dylan Gabriel is ass. Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett did the fake slide. You know who Kenny Pickett reminds me of? He reminds me of Shane Falco. Fucking Keanu Reeves in the replacement. And I fuck with Shane Falco. But that's not a nigga you want to be your starting quarterback. And Joe Flacco is 45.
You know who Kenny Pickett? You know who he remind me of? He remind me of that Spartan nigga, Drew Stanton.
I fuck with Drew Stanton.
That's what Kenny Pickett remind me of.
I like a risk taker.
Bro, I don't know, man. I think
no, he trash.
Yeah, he trash. Because if Kenny Pickett was good, he'd still be in Pittsburgh.
No, he trash.
He's a first round quarterback. I think they got rid of him. Joe Flacco, God bless him. He's like 41 years
shit over with.
He won that Super Bowl 2011, 2012. Like that was a long time ago. Listen, my boy, I've been taking a lot of flack for the Deshaun Watson shit, but my boy, he's hurt. And he might be. Listen, I'm not gonna argue it.
2 major leg injuries.
Hey man, listen, man.
3 to 4 years removed from your prime. We've never seen a comeback like that. That nigga threw.
That's my quarterback, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I was a huge Deshaun Watson fan. I remember the stories about Work Done buying him a house. I thought all that shit was cool.
Oh, that's cool. Look, so I don't know, but Shedeur, I hate that he got drafted there.
Yeah, that shit bogus.
Because my thing is this. Say they don't draft Dylan Gabriel and they draft Shedeur. Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Or if they draft Gabriel and don't draft Shedeur.
Yeah.
But you got both of them there.
That's foul to both of them.
That's foul to both of them. Shedeur just outplayed him in one of the games. Mm-hmm. Gil came in, he looked like terrible. But granted, he's going against Philly. Yeah. Fucking Super Bowl defense, much better. So it's a bad situation. The media is pushing it. I think Cleveland did that for attention. Their defense is still got Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Still got some players. And still got your boy Jim Schwartz.
Yeah.
Over the coaches. So I just don't know, man.
No, I think that was a situation where Cleveland went against the grain. I feel like the collusion shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't got no proof over this. It's very weird how Shedeur slipped. But I feel like that was one of them things where I think that the league didn't want him drafted at all. Yeah. And it got to a point where it was like, oh, fuck it. Like, we could just do it. We ass anyway. Like, we the laughing stock of the NFL. We're going to go against the grain. And like you say, for entertainment purposes, like he got the number 1 selling jersey. The Browns get some of that money. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We could just run a reality show and see what we can get from this shit.
I do think he'll eventually start this year because I think the crowd
for sure.
is going to get too loud.
He has proven himself as a capable player in the NFL. Whether he's going to be great or like a real starter, who knows? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we watching, and we're going to skip ahead a little bit, but we'll piggyback back into this situation. We watching Hendon Hooker. That nigga suck. So I know that Shedeur better than him. Like, it's one or the other. Like, you stinky as fuck or you not stinky as fuck. So right now, he don't look stinky. You know what I'm saying? He played with poise. He played in a system that looked beneficial for him. It was a lot of read and react and play actions, and he got time. You know what I'm saying? So he looked good. I can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. I ain't gonna say he was balling, but he made plays when he had to. So I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Hendon Hooker, a third-year quarterback, he might be one of the only quarterbacks that don't got a touchdown this preseason. That's weak as hell. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's kind of tricky, but I think we both rolling with Baltimore, if I remember correctly. We ain't trying to be all favorites here, but at a certain point, you just gotta respect what you gotta respect.
No, let's go break.
So we got the AFC South now,
which is probably the worst division.
Yeah, me looking at this shit just kind of was like, I don't even know what to make it. It's like, I love Trevor Lawrence in college. He's not doing it. No. Tennessee Titans. I wish the best for Cam Ward. That team. Not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Then we got Jacksonville. Already said Trevor Lawrence. I just don't rock with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Travis Hunter though.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
I can't show that too much love though. You know what I'm saying? And then the Indianapolis Colts, they just picked Daniel Jones. So what am I supposed to do? Like,
how do you feel? Like, if you're a Colts fan, what do you do?
I feel like Rob Schneider and the Water Boy. Oh no, we suck again. Yeah. Because what the fuck, like
I don't even know how Daniel Jones.
We picking up niggas scraps, and like we just watched him get a full chance in New York. He was trash. Anthony Richardson is not great, but at this point he got the athletic makeup. Like, we should be pushing everything into getting him a quarterback guru, getting him as many weapons as we can, and just trying to die on that hill. Because Daniel Jones is trash. It's not like fixing it. And if you're gonna go get a fix-it type of quarterback, you don't get one that's proven to be at. You get the kid that's in Chicago, the Tyson Bagman. Like, you get somebody who, what's cuz name with the mustache? Gardner Minshew. Yeah. You get somebody who was underperformed, like overperformed their talent-wise. And you just let them rock out and try to build around that. Like, hey, our quarterback going to be Trent Dilfer. And we're going to have an out-cold-ass defense. You don't get nobody who was a premier player and suck. Daniel Jones is a real quarterback. They got a real chance, and it's trash. That's not how you replace somebody and kill their confidence. Like, that's real fucked up.
So, I mean, I don't think, like I said, Daniel Jones not going to last the whole season. So yeah. I see him probably getting benched or pulled by like week 5
for sure.
Or something like that.
But at this point, you done kind of already clipped Anthony Richardson's wings.
He got to lead there.
No, he got to go somewhere else.
He got to go someplace else. That's not the spot for him.
So, I mean, I feel like we just kind of rolling into it, man. The Texans kind of got them a free one. You know what I'm saying? Health-wise, as long as they stay upright. I fuck with it's D'Amico Ryans, right?
D'Amico, and they got Nick Chubb on the team.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They got running backs. Yeah. Nico Collins was balling before he got hurt last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get well soon. The Tank, man, that's my guy. I fuck with Tank real heavy. I hope that he can get bounced back in his career. And, you know, C.J. Stroud had a letdown year last year, but hopefully they can kind of get something moving. Yeah. But, you know, I think we both picked the Texans, like I said. Yeah. AFC West, it's the Chiefs to lose.
I'm going to go to Chargers in that division. I think Chargers going to win that division.
That's crazy.
Listen, they came out last year. Listen, they came out last year. They played well. They went to the playoffs. Jim Harbaugh, another year with Herbert and running the football. I got the Chargers winning that division. I got the Chargers winning that division. I mean, and look, that division is like the Broncos. Don't nobody talk about them. Yeah. But they quietly got something going on.
Oh, for sure.
Like, they quietly got something.
I'm just not betting against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, but
no, not like in the playoffs. But I'm just talking about
they have slipped to a point where Travis Kelce is not what he once was, and they have not replenished weapons in the space to where I feel like they should have. I don't think it will matter that much, but I can feel that. I'm rocking on somebody else winning this division. Like, I'm not opposed to it.
But Travis Kelce, he was running routes like the fucking 10-man.
No, he trash. Yeah, he garbage. You know what I'm saying? He lost his sauce, man. He stopped fucking with the sisters. Nigga swag went ground zero. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but
you with the Swifties though, man.
No, that ain't it. That shit ain't rocking, man. I'm not fucking with that. So we transitioned away from the AFC. I feel like we gave y'all a good vision of how we feel about
Gino Smith.
Nigga just pointed out, like, I think the anniversary of him getting socked was like a week or two ago. I'm not rolling with that shit, bro. That ain't it.
No Gino love.
Nah, yeah. So we start the NFC off with the fabulous NFC East, man. How you feel about that?
I mean, I think the Cowboys are over. I think that's done.
No, I think Jerry Jones. Yeah, he trying to go find the fountain of youth.
Yeah,
but you know, I don't wish death on nobody. But that's the only thing that's gonna get him out of the Cowboys from. I'm not wishing death on nobody. But if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be like, I be stepping on cracks and like pulling hairs out of shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
But Jerry is the show. And I think that's the problem. He's bigger than the team. So
he need to walk away.
He's a show. I mean, I think the Eagles, they just do such a great job drafting.
For sure.
And building their roster, building their team. I think they win a division. I think Washington will be right there again because they got a superstar quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
They have a great coaching staff around them. They run the ball very well. Even though they just traded, they run it back.
They just traded Brian Robinson.
Yeah. So
they drafted a rookie though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we've been balling out at camp, so they made the decision real easy for them. So yeah, I think they come in second. I think the Giants, even though that Jackson Dart dude, they've been looking all right in the preseason. They got Russ. Is this over for Russ? Is this Russ last? He's done.
He's been done for a minute.
I didn't think he looked that bad in Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I never was high on Russ. Russ was like kind of the epitome of what I was just saying. He was maximizing his production over his talent. Never thought he was that talented. But he's very poised. He was mental. And he had a good coach that was like putting him in the best. He had a superstar running back. And then all that stuff kind of came down where they tried to put him in a position of him being the star. And it didn't work out.
I think he had a stretch the last 2 years in Seattle.
He was kind of balling.
Where he was playing like an elite quarterback.
But when they got to the playoffs, it was like, it started getting a little tricky when you're relying simply on him. That's tough. And that's tough for anybody. Like, I'm not saying that that's like a knock on him.
Right.
But I do feel like being a smaller quarterback, not being as mobile and willing to take, you know what I'm saying, some of those situations, he not extending plays the same. Like, that was one to his benefit. Like, that was one of his skills. He don't do that no more.
No.
So it's like, now we just check downs. If I can get that bitch there, I'm going to get it there. But I'm doing a lot of bullshit. It's like they don't have the offense to where I feel like it's going to maximize him. And like I said, it's the same situation of like Aaron Rodgers. Like, once you get past your prime, you don't got that extra it to get you over the hump to where it's like, hey, man, I'm still the guy. I'm just poised enough to fit into a good team where we've seen elite quarterbacks of the past do that. A la Tom Brady, a la Brett Favre. Like, people kind of just latch on at the back half of their career and they're good enough to get you over the hump, but they're not the X factor. So it's kind of like, I think just him walking through this. Like, he still wants some money, and I think he still want to compete, but you see, like, these are the opportunities that you get. Like, at least, you know, Aaron Rodgers is with the Steelers. He just was with the Steelers. He didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he still had George Pickens, which is not a premier player. We've seen him, like, him going to the Cowboys make perfect sense. Because he with all the foolishness and all the dumb shit. So, I'm not surprised by that at all.
So, I mean, I think we got the Eagles. Well, I think it'd be between Eagles and Washington.
Yeah.
Is Michael Parsons getting signed? Is he going to sign with the Cowboys, or are they going to move on?
No, I think he going to force his hand as much as he can. I think he want to get traded now. Jerry Jones is, like, probably not. So, I don't know. It's tough to say because I don't know Michael Parsons to the capacity where I feel like he will be comfortable fighting this. Like, does it take a certain man to, like, walk away from money still? Like, you got to stand on certain principles, which he might. But this might be the camel that, you know what I'm saying, the hump that breaks the camel back. Like, the Cowboys need to be demolished. This shit need to end. And this might be it.
But here's the thing, right? And I agree with everything you're saying. The way you get treated down, like, I've been in Dallas a few times. The way they are treated like gods down there.
Yeah. It's tough. No, I'm saying, it's all of that shit is tough.
Income tax.
Yeah, it's like, tough.
State of the art. I do think they eventually work, because he's a hell of a player, so I do think they'll work it out. But yeah, no, this gotta hurt, man. They done pushed this on too far, and Jerry is definitely dug in. It looked like he dug in, so he looked like you're gonna really.
And like I said, I feel like this one of those situations on both ends where, like, I don't know how far Mike is willing to go, but Jerry willing to die about this.
Yeah.
So it's tough to see anything happening that's not in his favor. Yeah. So
I think he tied over prepared for players, man.
Yeah. No, I'm a motherfucker who ain't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. I feel a certain way. Like, Tony Romo, T.O., you know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Ware, defensive side, Gregory, yeah, like all these people we done signed, shit just not working out, you know what I'm saying? We getting cooked.
Yeah.
So I feel like he right and he wrong. But kind of is what it is, because this like playing devil's advocate. Like, you created this substance in this situation. It got to this point from your behavior. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just is what it is. But I definitely feel like he's trying to not let him leave.
Yeah.
Then we got the hometown. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with the NFC North. I'm picking the Lions. I think that you're a fool if you pick anything else. The Bears are going to be trash. Caleb Williams, I'm going to say it here, he is trash. Ben Johnson might be trash. I don't wish no bad on Ben Johnson though, but he might be trash. I also don't fuck with J.J. McCarthy that much. I've been hearing good things, but he got to prove it. The Vikings as a whole, I think, look a little ass to me though. You know what I'm saying? They're not great. It's not what they once were. And then Jordan Love is he might be a charlatan.
So look, I mean, I got the Lions right, just based off the talent that we have. I do think it's going to be a fight this coming season, though. I do think that.
And who is the number one contender?
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm gonna go Minnesota because, like, I'm a JJ guy. Like I said, he has a strong confidence when he plays.
100%.
He's athletic. He can move out the pocket. Like still Justin Jefferson. That's gonna be a tough team to match up with. The Packers is always gonna be a fight, even though I'm not a big Jordan Love guy, but they have talent around. They drafted well. The Bears look good the other night, but like I said, Caleb Williams didn't play. And Caleb Williams is having a problem because he holds the ball too damn well.
100%.
And Ben Johnson, as we saw his offense, he likes to get the ball out quickly. So I think it's going to be tough. And we got to play a tough schedule. And they got to play that tough schedule too. So I think
that part I agree with.
We're going to beat each other up. But we got a better
very
team.
vocal within like all of our beat writers is people just saying like we got handed certain games.
Yeah. Because
of our schedule the last couple of years that we just was able to bank on, which I'm not mad at. I'm not opposed to. I think obviously it's to attrition. Like if we can stay healthy, I think we win out the division.
Yeah, absolutely.
At worst, we split a couple of these games, but I still think we kind of run the table.
Yeah.
As far as within our division, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see. I think that the talent disparity is too wide with us and these other teams. So they're looking at best of outcomes. And I feel like we can overcome the worst with how much talent we have on both sides of the ball.
If we can stay healthy. We
sure,
got to stay healthy. Yeah, that's healthy. But yeah, I got lines.
But I feel like even like, you know what I'm saying, we've shored up like, and we've noticed this the last couple of years. Because I remember like saying this, and obviously we didn't have a pyro, unfortunately. I remember saying this like on social media. I feel like I remember every offseason, niggas would get cut from the Lions and nobody would pick, that would be the end of their NFL career.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't have that no more. Now it gets to the point where, like, niggas is looking at our team like, hey, you know what I'm saying? They got a receiver over there. They got a cornerback or they got even, like, the nigga that, like, vendors on somebody's team. All these all these shitty niggas is on niggas' teams. And it's like, I remember back in the day, the only people we would kind of have go to other teams was, like, our linebackers. Like, you would see Josh Bynes on another nigga team. It's like, man. We know he not that great, but okay, you know what I'm saying? You still give him a shot, cool, but like our corners at the end of their career, Aaron Berry, you watch out with the Lions, you not going nowhere else. Niggas is cool on you. Like it's over with. So I feel like
I got a funny Aaron Berry story. We'll tell one day.
we got like cool. I think like the linebackers, the kid with the crazy hair, he doesn't look like an Anzalone replacement.
Yeah, that's what I think he probably gonna end up replacing.
He balling, you know what I'm saying? They got
him returning kicks and shit.
We got corners out there. We got DB like safeties. Like I say, we got Jackson Meeks who pushing us. Darius Smith nephew. He pushing for a roster spot. So I feel like our depth is just improved. Obviously, we got the quarterback issue with they trying to find a backup, but Jared Goff not really a person to take a lot of hits. That is our biggest issue, is shoring up the offensive line, which we had Frank Ragnar for a long time.
Glasgow got hurt today.
Yeah, they said it was minor. I said it was minor, so it's not going to be a long-standing injury, but that still kind of puts some tingle in you because it's like, hey, we're a little already risque on this. We don't need too much going on. But like I said, with our health, I think the Lions can make another push. Then we roll into you said the AFC South was the weakest.
Yeah, that's trash.
NFC South was competing. I'm not a huge fan
South,
of that. I'm not a huge fan.
So here's the thing. I think Carolina's gonna be better this year. I think they added.
I'm rocking.
I think Tampa, like you said, Baker Mayfield. I think Tampa's gonna be. They're gonna be good this year. I still think they might.
I think Tampa is like the NFC Steelers.
Yeah, they're
just steady.
They're gonna be steady right there, so they're gonna be there. I think the Saints is a mess. I think
that's the mess. That shit awful.
And look, I told people that Spencer Rattler would make it to the NFL, but I didn't think he'd be like a start. Like this is crazy right now. But
that shit trash.
Yeah, that's trash. And with the Atlanta, I mean, they got the Michael Penix, got Robinson. They're running back. I mean, they got Drake London. They got some talent.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Michael Penix. I gotta really sit down and study the tape. Michael Penix ain't never really like moved me.
At Washington, he did. At Washington, he did.
Like, I gotta see it.
Definitely that game against Michigan State when he went up there, he lit their ass up.
Yeah, good game.
But with Michigan, he played Michigan. We just showed him. I thought he was done after the Michigan game. Like we smashed him. But no, I like Michael Penix. He got a strong arm. He got confidence. He's older. He's like a 6-year senior.
No, that's more so what I'm saying.
He like a seasoned vet.
Because that sound like Hendon Hooker to me. Hendon Hooker is ass.
Well, see, Hendon Hooker hurt his leg though.
Yeah,
his leg. He'll never really. He needs to talk to him. I don't know.
I do feel like you said, I'm right with Tampa in that division, man. I feel like they just too steady. You got Mike Evans. Is Chris Godwin healthy, or is he still? I think he's
still coming back from injury.
I mean, still, you got Mike Evans. They got running backs that they can catch out the backfield. Like you said, Baker Mayfield is very scrappy, very confident, very poised. So I support him. I think that I kind of just trust them the most. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans is awful. I'm not as privy to, like I said, Michael Penix. So I'm going to definitely tap in, but they got talent there. I'm not going to knock what Atlanta is trying to build. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of is what it is. And then Carolina, kind of the same situation. Like, I don't really know much about Bryce Young. I don't really like small quarterbacks. He's pretty tiny.
I think if they get a running game, if they
get and they got Chuba Hubbard, so they got some pieces out there. I'm not gonna knock them in totality. Yeah. And lastly, we got the NFC West, where I don't really know what to make of this shit. Like, Matthew Stafford is damn near RoboCop at this point. The 49ers, I don't know what the fuck is happening. They still got CMC, so.
But here's the thing with the 49ers, though. They're going to have a weak-ass schedule this year because of how they ended last year.
Okay.
So I have the 49ers or the Cardinals winning that division. I do think the Rams should be favored. They got Stafford.
But you rocking with the Cardinals?
I am rocking with the Cardinals. And I'm going to tell you, Marvin Harrison Jr., and our guy, Will Johnson. Man, Will Johnson is out there shutting shit down out there. Shutting down half a field, man. So
I support that.
He's looking like a shutdown corner, man. So I think it's going to be either San Fran or Arizona on that one.
No, I support that.
But I wouldn't be surprised. Like, the Rams, if Stafford stay healthy, and, I'm kind of like, Stafford, he deserves all his flowers, man. He's getting towards the end. He deserves flowers, man. He's a tough quarterback.
That's my guy, man.
A lot of shit. I gave him a lot of shit for years, but I was just fucking with you a lot of the time. He's very talented.
I think that Stafford was like, we saw his growing pains too.
Yeah, we saw.
He wasn't perfect here.
No,
he wasn't perfect here. No. But I also think had Stafford had Dan Campbell as a coach, things would have transpired totally different. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the energy around you is important. I think it's just he was a young kid and he was the guy. He was the gunslinger. But
so let me ask you, because Ndamukong Suh did an interview. That 2014 team, if they beat the Cowboys, they don't get cheated versus the Cowboys, do they go to the Super Bowl?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that team goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talent on that team.
For sure. And we had like an actual scheme and game plan. Yeah. So one of my biggest knocks on those rosters was like, we didn't have David Montgomery. We didn't have Jamal Williams. We didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs. Reggie Bush is not a running back.
No, Reggie Bush, but see, that was one of the last good years of Reggie Bush.
No, he was talented. He's just not a running back. Like, he is not what you envision when you think of like and we didn't have.
It's hard because Reggie Bush is my favorite college player.
No, Reggie
all time.
Saying that is like saying Devin Hester is not. He don't have no position. Devin Hester one of the best players of all time, but if you box him into one of these spots, he's not great in any of those outside of a punt returner.
But I felt like even that game, Reggie Bush scored that game. We was
and that's what I'm saying. But
it was just we just felt
we didn't have a bell cow, but we also didn't have a committee in that same capacity. So it's kind of
your boy Joy Bell.
We ain't had no committee.
Shout out to Parlay.
That's another one of them situations. Niggas got rid of Drake Bell. We ain't even see that nigga no more. It's like, damn. So this is the only place you can make it, huh?
Drake Bell bounce around a little bit, though.
Yeah, he won.
Shout out to Drake Bell.
No, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We support Wayne State 100%. Yeah. But it's a little tricky, man. I think we kind of coasted through that. You know what I'm saying? We wrapped up a lot of this football talk. We obviously going to be way more extensive down the line. We don't have much to talk about right now. It's not too much going on. I mean, we got the Zadarius Smith holdups, but I don't think that he coming back. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I would be opposed to it.
I think so. I think with the injuries and shit like that.
Yeah. We starting to build up. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to it. He was cool down the stretch, and we didn't see him against Aiden Hutchinson.
He don't want to go against fucking training camp. He just don't want
to 100%. If I was dating cash down, I can go on islands every week. I'd do that too. Fuck training camp. Like, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So kind of piggybacking off the Cash Doll. You know, I know that's a little crazy transition, but with the return of the motherfuckers, Chance the Rapper might be back, man. You know what I'm saying? Chance got a pretty nice album right now. You know, I've been rocking with that the last couple of days. I did see like an interview that made me feel a little strange about it though. And it's not like in a bad way, but Vic Mensa was just talking about how this project was like essentially like some of these songs were scraps and leftovers from like a group project they were supposed to do. And it just kind of made me feel a little weird because it's like, I don't know why you would say that, but it was a very enjoyable project. And like Chance got very vulnerable on there. Like he got a song where he talking about how people talk about him being weak after his stopping using drugs, you know what I'm saying, and being married and all that. I was one of those people. So, like, for him to be introspective like that, like, I felt like that was cool to just be like, man, it wasn't the drugs. Like, I was always talented. I just was in the wrong headspace. Like, we see that with Eminem and Lil Wayne, you know, sometimes their recoveries don't, like, match up with a certain skill set that we used to them having, you know what I'm saying, a certain talent level. So, for him to produce a project like this, which I feel like came out of nowhere and didn't really get like a lot of press, I was very pleased to listen to it for sure.
Yeah, I really listened to him. So he's like coloring book shit.
Yeah, no, like he done had a hard fall off, you know what I'm saying, for sure.
And I remember like, you know, Joe Budden needs to go real hard on him and shit like that and shit. But I don't know, good luck to him, man.
Yeah,
seems like a
you know
nice
what I'm
guy,
saying? For sure, for sure.
I never really got into it like that, but Austin liked it.
No, yeah, Chance was very pivotal at a point in our lives, you know what I'm saying? I also like Offset just released a tape today. It was a good listen. I'm not gonna say it was great, but it was a good listen. Probably one of the best solo projects that I've heard from Amigo. Just in a general sense, I feel like it was very cohesive and a decent project. He had very good features on it, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Offset is dealing with a breakup. It wasn't like a major component of the project, but he included that in some way, shape, or form. From an R&B standpoint, it's an artist that I've just got, you know what I'm saying, introduced to called Gabriel Jacoby. But I rock with him very tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, very, very versatile. Got some smooth shit. So, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting that, like, the last month or so. And then, Elamine from London, beautiful voice. Elamine always dropping fire shit. He got a couple singles that just came out. That's pretty much all I kind of been rocking with. You know, I'm pretty versatile when it comes to music, so I listen to anything that come across me. So I'm not going to bore y'all with just all the shit I've been listening to, but those are kind of some of the standouts that I've heard. Obviously, we waiting on the Iceman. I can't say he waiting on the Iceman. I don't know what the fuck this nigga doing.
I'm nice, man.
Hey, this nigga. We gonna talk about him one day soon.
Wow.
We're gonna talk about he been supporting the ops. No, he been supporting the ops.
What are you talking about? I want us to get
this nigga was at concerts and shit, man. I ain't, you know, niggas playing Kendrick around me. I'm like Steph Curry. Y'all seen that video of Steph at the league? He said, well, niggas still listening to not like us? That's me. I'm like, cut this shit off, bro.
Well,
that nigga was at the Kendrick concert.
I left an hour into the concert, so I didn't even hear Not Like Us. And I told you, I feel like Family Matters is way better than Not Like Us.
Hey, you know
but I only went because of history, because that was a great battle last year. I enjoyed it.
I feel that. You know
I'm waiting for the Iceman.
Iceman coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Drake is on the way. That's what we waiting on, man. You know what I'm saying? In full support of that. I know you just posted like something about Craig David.
Yeah, Craig Davis dropped the R&B.
Okay, was you fucking with it?
Oh, dope, man.
Okay, yeah, I got tuned into that.
I've listened to that Clips album like heavy.
You want fucking with the odds?
Listen, hey, I'm not gonna lie. If you want some hard like bars, them niggas done. Shit, they made me want to go sell drugs.
No, Malice is the champion in 2025.
Now Malice came through like.
I'm not gonna deny that shit. You know
he came through spitting some shit, man. Like, I'm not gonna hold you.
Malice made me like reevaluate what I thought the Clips was. Like and maybe I just wasn't mature enough to understand it, but I was always more of a Pusha fan when I was a kid. And even like going back, like Malice is the one.
But see, that's
the one.
That's the thing. Like when the Clips came out, I was like in the fucking 7th grade. So
yeah.
Malice always had the hardest verse on that album. Like definitely that Virginia shit. That shit was just always like he just killed that shit, man. Like his work, but like you said, he went, a different path and shit like that. Salute to him, but now he came back and he stole the show. But that album, that's been. But also,
I feel like it's like persona too. Like Pusha T is the little brother that's in your face. He jumping out. He's saying crazy shit. Yeah. His personality lended itself to him being the star.
So
where Malice was just naturally more gifted in his delivery and talent. but he didn't have a persona that matched. Like, hey, he kind of more mellow and like he's always been a chiller one where it's like Pusha like smacking the camera and shit like that.
So how'd you feel about the Pusha shit? What's that, Travis Scott?
I feel what he was saying.
In front of me.
Nah, yeah, I feel what he was saying. Like, cause I don't like phony niggas. Like, I'm a stand on your ground type of situation, and I feel like Travis Scott was just being weird. He probably just like a strange person in general. And some people don't know how to handle themselves in certain situations, but to be present in a moment and then like kind of deliberately remove yourself from that moment and then go to another moment that's completely against this past moment is weird. Like, I ain't in support of that shit. Because that's like the proximity, the closeness is what I have a problem with. You supporting niggas that you fuck with, that's cool. But on some back-to-back days shit, that's weird. Because it almost feel deliberate. Like, I feel like this was planned. Or like, hey, like, I'm not telling niggas that I'm on this. Like, because now I feel like he was in both parties. Like, fuck them niggas. And that's weird. Like, I don't support that at all. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling that any way, shape, or form.
Look, I agree, man. I always love like rap beef. I love him and the Jim Jones shit they got going back and forth. But this year, like honestly, I probably like Sexy Songs for You and The Weeknd shit probably been on repeat like in my car like the Hurry.
No, 100%.
I thought both of those just great, like just bodies of work.
And that's what was tough about like just the mass media, because that Drake project didn't get the love that it should have got.
I think it is though.
It's from the people.
Hey,
but how it's been presented to niggas, it's not being like.
We got the UMG shit going on.
Yeah, it's not. It ain't being.
But no, I mean, no kid that was something popping.
And I feel like one of the showcases for it is like even Joe Budden gotta be like, no, that shit good, bro.
Yeah, no,
that shit
hard. Like I ain't gonna like when that shit came out, man. Definitely that CN Tower when that shit came out. I'm like, damn, I'll start singing and shit like that. And so when the Weeknd shit came out, I just like went to this concert this year, and that shit was amazing. Like he got a real good album. Like it's been a straight year for music.
Yeah. One of the funny things that you just mentioned and just kind of clicked in my head was like I seen a bit of Memphis Bleak on Nori's podcast. They was talking about Jim Jones, talking about Nas. He like, no, we both better than Nas. Like he was joking, but I just liked that that's a running spiel.
But see, Nas, like Memphis Bleak started the Nas and Jay-Z shit,
which I was not familiar with. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with.
He had a song called "You Ball Till You Fall," and Nas was like, "If you really ball till you fall," like they went back and forth. So it's a great hip hop.
I definitely think a lot of those tidbits have been very interesting, just kind of picking up on and seeing. You know what I'm saying? All the people that's kind of getting their footing in media right now.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just like finishing off this, man. We are, I would say, huge fans of cinema, but you can be let down. For myself personally, I have not been as active into going to the movie theater or just been like that excited for a lot of films. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we in a space where like horror is kind of rocking right now, and I don't do horror, kind of straight on it. For me personally, I've only seen 2 films this year, and I wasn't thoroughly like super impressed with either one. I saw Fantastic Four and Superman. Superman was
trash ass films. What the fuck did you do that to yourself?
It's superheroes, man. I thought I was gonna be excited. Fantastic Four is like outside of the X-Men, they my favorite niggas. But them was the.
But why though, bro? Because like, let me be honest with you. Like, them Fantastic Fours that came and rest.
No, I didn't say that the movies.
Rest in peace to the Doctor Doom. That's Christian Troy from Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the original. Those were bad movies.
No,
though,
what I'm
man,
saying, I am a true I collected comic books when I was I collected comics when I was a kid. Like I don't think I still have it now because we moved. But I literally had like Reed and Sue's Wedding. Like I had that comic book when I was a kid.
But I'm just like they movies. All of the Michael B. Jordan movie in Fantastic Four was bad. The original Fantastic Four with the Silver Surfer and shit.
That one was bad. The first one wasn't bad.
The first one was bad.
It was cool.
It was corny.
It wasn't bad.
You go back and watch that shit.
Movies in general was corny in 2003.
I'm just saying, like that was it was a bad movie.
It was just movies was corny. They was letting niggas who wore fucking suit jackets with their jeans make the movies. That's not cool. It just wasn't cool niggas directing and writing these films. That's all it was.
I just think Fantastic Four just need to stick to like cartoons or some shit. Like they can't make a good. And I haven't seen the movie just because the trailer looks so bad. And I feel the same way about Superman, man. Like Superman all the Superman's been bad since the Christopher Reeves one.
So this is the thing I say about both of those films. Fantastic Four was lackluster. It was not bad.
That's bad though, bro.
It was just, it wasn't.
And it got my boy in it.
It wasn't a superhero
Pedro
movie. That's what I feel like the issue was. It wasn't a superhero movie, and that's where Marvel has got to an issue where like a nigga. I watch a lot of TikToks, but a nigga has said like you watch Marvel like a chapter in a book or like a TV episode, which is bad for film. Like that's not good for film because you waiting on the next thing. Like that's not good, and that's all this. This literally felt like it felt like watching season 2 on The Wire.
No,
you watching the Wire? That's what I'm saying. That's what it felt like, but it wasn't. It
wasn't
bad.
It just too many stories.
It was in comparison to all the other seasons. It was like, oh, this shit not good.
Here's the problem with like Marvel. They had their peak. They had their run. After Endgame, it was over. Like I'm like superhero shit. I haven't been able to get into after that shit. They should have slowly gotten to the shit, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about the Immortals. Don't nobody give a fuck about what's the.
But that was shit? DEI. They had to be diversifying the scene and make everybody feel included.
Dude, nobody give a fuck about that shit.
But they went about it in the wrong way.
Captain Marvel, all that type of shit. Like
it's other characters that you could just portray in this light. You don't gotta go find some random.
They don't need a movie, and that's the thing.
No, yeah, and they learned their lesson. But Kevin Feige is backing off of that. He's reducing TV shows. He is not maximizing the output on movies. Yeah. They're going to concentrate on trying to build the best situation. But they tried to optimize, and they got bitten ass. They realized it, though, on the back end. They realized it.
Yeah, no, like the last, after Endgame, to me, all of them have been like bad.
Superman was not a bad movie. I won't say that. It was not a bad movie. I won't say that. It wasn't a bad movie. I won't say that.
I think, I'm going to be honest with you, it's impossible to make a good Superman movie. It is.
This one was very close.
Listen, because you had a post of Superman Return, like the one that came out in 2006.
I just liked it to say Return. That movie ass.
That movie terrible.
Yeah, I'm not.
Batman vs. Superman was terrible. Justice League movie was terrible. Man of Steel
was alright.
That was ass.
It was ass because of General Zod.
Yeah, I don't fight him.
Yeah, no, that's why it was ass. But Henry Cavill wasn't bad as Superman.
He was bad Superman.
He wasn't.
He had a fucking mustache.
But that's why I feel like I feel like this one was good. The Superman to me was good. It felt like Superman kind of cheesy. And this nigga felt cheesy. Like, it felt cool. It felt like Christopher Reeves. The villain was, like, cool. Lex Luthor was cool. Like, seeing that, the Mr. Terrific inclusion, the Guy Gardner as Green Lantern inclusion, the Hawk Girl, like, all that stuff just made it feel like, this is cool cheesiness. Like, I wasn't mad at it. I didn't walk away like, hey, man, this is a great film. I walked away like, I felt like I watched a Superman movie, and I was satisfied with that. Wasn't great. I wouldn't tell niggas to go break the barn down and go watch that bitch, but it was cool. I wasn't mad at it.
And look, I'm fans of all of them. Like growing up, I'm just superheroed out.
No, I feel that.
I don't even want to see another DC like
100%.
Honestly, not even like the Batman's. I thought that Daredevil that came out this year was trash.
Yeah, but that was they said that. Oh no.
The Daredevil, Wolverine.
You talking about Deadpool?
Not Daredevil.
That's what I'm like. Yeah.
Deadpool. The Daredevil trash too, but Deadpool. I thought that shit was trash with Wolverine. Yeah, that shit was bad. I don't know.
It don't got no replay value, but I enjoyed it. It was nostalgia. The movie, the plot was like, okay.
Yeah. That's it wasn't horrible. The NC dance and shit.
It wasn't horrible.
I'm gonna say this, like, so I've been going to movies. I haven't seen those. I thought Sinners was really good. I thought Sinners told a good story. Even on replay watching it, I can enjoy it. I can't go back and watch it over and over. But I think that film, the message and everything took over from like the vampire. I don't like vampire movies. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most vampire movies are trash. Interview with the Vampire. What's this shit with the girl in the books? What's that bullshit that came out? It was like Twilight. Like shit like that. Like I don't like shit.
You don't like Lost Boys?
Yeah, it's like most vampire movies.
Lost Boys is cool though.
Unless it's like Vampire in Brooklyn, some shit like that. You know, I'm just saying, like, if it's gonna be some silly shit,
like John Carpenter shit cool too though. The actual vampire, that shit cool. No, it ain't horrible. Dust Till Dawn.
Nah, I'm straight on that. Dust Till Dawn is a classic.
That shit cool.
But I'm straight on that.
I ain't saying I love. I don't even really watch horror movies. But
I guess I fuck with Blade.
If I'm gonna watch a horror movie, it's probably gonna be a vampire movie. Like I'm not gonna watch nothing else.
Yeah, but I think it took away from the horror. I just feel like, look, even with Weapons, because Austin took me to go see that. I didn't know what that movie was about.
I don't think nobody did or does.
So it started off.
I don't think nobody knows what it's
pretty
about.
Good because they was doing like point of views from each character about the missing kids and shit. And then it just got silly, and that's what horror films is. I just come from the school of like Saw, Texas Chainsaw, that type of horror. Like this shit is just more suspense and like silly ass shit. Like it wasn't even like scary towards the end. So I mean,
I think
both those two.
I think what you call it ruined that. Paranormal Activity.
Which I didn't think that was that good.
I don't think
people
you'll
scared
ever
of that
get
shit.
like a realistic view on horror again.
No. Well, see, I thought the Blair Witch I'm aging myself, but when the Blair Witch Project came out, they would shoot that shit on like a camera like this in the fucking woods. I thought that shit was scary.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that
just
shit
from the
was fake.
standpoint of like the stuff that you pointed out, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a real thing that could really happen.
Yeah.
Saw is a real thing that could really happen.
Yeah.
Like we transitioned into supernatural where like the Conjuring and like Boogeyman kind of shit is taking over.
That shit
and it's like you say at a certain point it's gonna be unrealistic and your actual brain is gonna kick in.
Yeah.
Like outside of like you said suspense and a jump scare, you gonna be like, yeah, this shit don't make sense, or I don't think that this is possible. You know what I'm saying? And you get into those kind of bags where the movie's not really great.
Or you just feel like the villain, I could just fold his ass up.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It
It
is what it
That's
is.
the thing like with Jason. I just feel like I would beat Jason's ass, bro.
But Jason's supernatural.
Yeah, but he would get his ass beat. Like
You remember he knocked that nigga head off.
I saw that shit, man. I'm like, yo, Jason ain't doing all that shit.
He knocked that nigga head
Like,
off.
the only one I was kind of scared of Freddy Krueger because everybody got to go to fucking sleep. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
That about
That's
it.
tough.
Everybody else, I just feel like
So you just been in the horror bag. So you got Sinners as the movie of the year.
I think I got Sinners. I did see the highest and lowest, the Denzel and Spike Lee joint.
How you feel about that?
I thought it was good. I thought that they could have that shit could have went straight to like Apple TV though.
Yeah,
But I thought it was good.
It
was like, I didn't really like
yelling about that shit.
Yeah, and Denzel, he went on like, that's one reason why I went, because he went on a press tour talking
Yeah.
shit to everybody, acting all tough. I'm like, let's check it out. And I liked his character in the movie. ASAP Rocky, his character was smooth in the movie. I just feel like it kind of moved a little.
Knowing that this is a Denzel like project,
Right.
like he was the person who got the script, sent it to Spike. How you feel about that? Like, do you feel like he capitalized on his way out? Because obviously we don't know how much more movies he gonna make.
So he said he got like 4 or 5 more. Did he done?
Yeah, like was that satisfying for you? To like, could you have used something else?
I think that's a role he probably wanted to play, like a mogul, like a celebrity mogul. So he got a chance to play that role. It showed him be vulnerable but still be cool. Like say he was like a hip role where he was still cool. Like the young people like respected him and shit like that. So I can see why he wanted to do that role. I just felt like the movie, it didn't have to be that long. They could have condensed it down like a little bit and let him kidnap and shit. But yeah, go out and check it out. Like I'm always gonna see Spike Lee and Denzel.
For sure.
But no, outside of that, I think that's been. I saw, like I said, it's been horror shit. I know what you did last summer. That shit was trash. Like it's just.
You went to go see that?
I did. I didn't want to. There was a group of people wanted to go see that shit. Yeah, so that shit was trash.
They doing another one.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to stop that shit.
Did you watch the end of the movie, nigga?
I watched the end of it. She said one of them didn't die.
No, but she go see Brandy or something like that.
Oh, that was the hidden.
Yeah, she go see Brandy.
Man, I don't want to see Brandy in another fucking movie. Her Mikhail Pfeiffer and shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm straight on that.
Kicking at Brandy house at the special scene at the end.
Okay, I'm straight on that. Yeah, I left. As soon as the shit went off, I got up and dipped. I don't want to see her singing Brandy. I don't want to see no more screams. I think like that era, they just need to move that shit.
No, slasher is through. I don't think that's ever gonna be favorable.
Like I say, you can walk them niggas down. Man. Scream was a 16-year-old boy.
And like you said, it was just like the hand movement. Like it was a magician trick. Like it's just multiple of us, really.
Yeah, it's like I would just beat on your ass. Like the dudes running around with a knife, just like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Or you just start beating niggas up in general.
Yeah.
Like, Scream walking around with a limp. I just broke a nigga leg.
Yeah, I know he screamed. Scream was made. He wanted to kill her because she wouldn't have sex with him.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. You think about it, but that's been it. I mean, I don't see no other big movies coming out like this year and shit like that.
Yeah, so. I think as a whole, Sinners kind of got it wrapped up, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best Michael B. Jordan performance we ever gonna get. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not proud of his downfall.
Why are you not a huge fan?
Because even in that situation, Michael B. Jordan has one emotion. He don't even know how to be the underdog. He has to be in distress for him to be believable. Like, if he happy, you don't believe it. If he cool, you don't believe it. If he's successful, you don't, like, nothing. He don't breathe, like, a calmness. He literally has, like, nose flaring, fucking gas coming out my nose. The world is ending. That's the only thing you believe about Michael B. Jordan. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know. Nothing else seems real. If you like, I remember him running through Philly in one of them creeds and like, "What up, yo?" He just didn't seem cool, like at all. Like, it all seemed fake.
Okay, so me and you.
But when a nigga say Baby Creed, he seemed real then.
So me and you, I do agree with what you said. I don't think he's a. I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan, by the way. I'm gonna go check out his movies. I don't think he's like the great like Denzel actor.
Yeah.
And shit like that. I do think you got to put him almost like an action role type deal.
And I think
Sinners, he did better than he done in other movies. With that.
Michael B. Jordan in my head is like a black Mark Wahlberg. Because I don't think Mark Wahlberg is a great actor. But that's one of my niggas. But he don't get the kind of roles that Michael B. Jordan get, and that's what I'm saying.
No, like Michael Wahlberg got some big roles that he should.
Yeah, but they pretty much all action.
Yeah, but he fucked up the role. He had the invincible football shit. Like he had some roles where he shouldn't have done shit. But no, I feel like he
I didn't watch that movie. I've never seen that because I know he's not gonna be.
No,
like, I know he's not. I know that's not his kind of movie.
Throw me the fucking ball.
I know that's not his kind of movie.
Like get the fuck out of here. No, but I thought Michael B. Jordan did good in that. Now he did have a movie. I forgot the name of this shit. It came out like on Netflix. He was like beating up shit. That shit was like pretty. It was just
came
funny.
out on Netflix.
Yeah, he was like choking. He like almost choked somebody to death.
Was it on Amazon? Was it the Tom Clancy movie?
Might have been that. I think in Netflix, one of the movies.
Yeah, he had a Tom Clancy movie a couple years ago. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah, that, and then he had the Just Mercy with like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either.
He had like a monologue that he had to do, and it was hard for him to get through.
And you know what I don't like? Niggas keep like letting him write and produce, like and direct. Like, why do he get so much like clout and?
Man, he's a star.
He's
a star. He's a star now. He's a moneymaker. So
that's tough.
I mean, he was that bad Fantastic Four movie you went to go see.
He was.
But I thought he did good in Sinners though. I'm gonna give him credit for Sinners.
Yeah, we're gonna give Michael B. Jordan 3 claps, man. You know what I'm saying? Give him 3 claps, man. You know, we giving you props on that one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I hope that you can run off a couple more. You know what I'm saying? But
you got a few more lined up.
As a whole, man, I think this was the first successful episode back, man. The motherfuckers, we rocking and we rolling. We gave y'all some fantasy tips. We gave y'all a couple music gems that we've been fucking with. We are not a fan of the movies that's coming out, but you might catch you a sneaky one that surprises you. You know what I'm saying? Sinners was pretty good. I just watched it not too long ago because I didn't go see it during the filming, during the theaters. I ain't really supporting like that.
Yeah, I want to go see it during the filming.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is, man, you know. But we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. The motherfuckers back.
Yeah, back.